So glad to be with you guys today. And you might be thinking, what the heck is in that title, Kelly, right? Oh, all right, we're going to get there. You guys, I was just finishing the very last of my morning coffee. I drink my coffee from Life Boost. So there's no mold. They make it in small batches. It tastes delicious. Like once you have clean coffee, you cannot go back. The other day I stopped somewhere to get a cup of coffee and I was like, oh my God, I cannot even drink this. It's just so interesting. I usually just like have the plain flavor, right? But every once in a while, I like to change it up. So this is smoky butterscotch. It's so good. Um, Anyways, it's a life boost. I don't have a code, but my business partner, Dr. Heidi, has a code. If you guys, I don't know, want it, it's awesome. Now I'm onto my water, right? This is my hydrogen water. This isn't a hydrogen bottle. Some of you guys might actually have those hydrogen bottles. I think the price is coming down. They were like 250, 300. I saw one for around 100 and I'm like, but is it like worth it? Otherwise, you just put these hydrogen tablets in here and it's like a super antioxidant boost. Because you know me, I'm all about like health, longevity, right? So it kind of leads me into the title here. Today is a significant day for me. And I'm going to tell you why. Because today is either the first day of the end of your life or the first day of the beginning of your life. And you might be thinking, what are you talking about? Well, here's the truth, right? Every day, as we're eating, breathing, we're actually moving towards dying. We're closer to dying than to living a lot of the time. And when you think about that, it is, I want you to put it in perspective that means, are the actions and behaviors that you're doing today promoting your longevity life, or are they not? Because they either are or they aren't. It's a yes or a no, and there's no in between. And why today is significant for me is I just got back a week ago from being with my mom, and she turned 80, and I'm really like on her of this longevity life so that she can really thrive and keep traveling and playing golf and being with her grandkids and maybe great grandkids, kids, right? But my dad died way too young. He died 16 years ago. Um, but when I was with my mom 6 years ago over her birthday, well, I can almost not even say this. I flew out to be with her for her birthday 6 years ago, and I had found out my very best friend from elementary school had died. She's my age. And I knew she had a rare blood disorder and she was in all these clinical studies and clinical trials. And, her and I were talking, and I was like, these are the things to really promote your body to heal and repair itself. But because she was undergoing clinical trials from the NIH, she couldn't do anything. She had to follow their guidelines. She couldn't even add a supplement. She couldn't do anything that could have an effect on the trial because they need to know that if the drug they're giving her is helping or not. Well, guess what? The last trial drug she was on put her in the hospital and killed her. Yeah. And it's also significant because I came home from that trip to have a call the very next day that one of my patients, who was a young teenager at the time battling cancer, had died. And today is actually the anniversary of his death. And you guys, he battled, and his mom battled, and his family battled. And I'm watching other people's, themselves, their families like battle. And you might be battling for cancer. You might be battling in a blood disorder. You might be battling autism. You might be battling cardiovascular disease. But you have a decision today, especially if you are not in a state of a chronic illness yet. Every day you wait, you're either closer to dying, or you're taking control of your life and making better choices and better decisions, and you're closer to living. I think we all have those friends in our life that we've known since we were little. And most of us, it's like just one or two, right? There's just a few that will stay with you because people come and go in your life for different reasons, different times. But this was somebody that I met when I was 5 years old. She was six. She was just a little older at the time. We met in the alleyway, and our neighborhood had a lot of boys, but not a lot of girls. So we're like, oh, do you want to be friends? Okay, I want to be friends. Do you want to come over and play Barbies? Sure, I'll come play Barbies. And that was the beginning of turning in her house or my house into like a full Barbie campground and everywhere. And like we'd had model shows and oh my gosh. And then it turned into swimming and all summer long growing up in Arizona, right? We were in the swimming pool and making up games and dances and songs. And then, of course, we were in the era of like, the Go-Go's and Belinda Kyle and the number of dances we made up in our driveways. Holy cow. And what I really remember is one time we were out there and there was a tree that was in her neighbor's yard. And her older sister got up on the wall that kind of like divided the yards and grabbed a branch and swung from it. And I thought, I'm going to do that too. Well, little did I know, she actually didn't like swing from the branch. She just like touched the branch. Well, I jumped up and grabbed the branch and swang from the branch and the branch broke, came down, and I smacked and split the back of my head open. So off to the hospital with a few stitches in the back of my head for that one. But I kind of was just going down memory lane today because I always think, now we know so much more than we did 5 and 10 years ago, and definitely 20 and 30 years ago, of the chemicals we were using, the pollutants that we were using, the food that we were eating. And unfortunately, many of us, even though we now have all of this knowledge, are still living in a way 20 and 30 years ago. You're still exposing yourself to harmful things. You're still not getting in your sleep. You're still not eating and getting rid of all of the trans fats. You guys, you don't have to be perfect, and eating and moving and exercising and living a healthy lifestyle doesn't have to be hard or difficult. But you do have to make a decision, because I don't want today to be the first day that you're heading towards the grave. And you might think it's not in your hands, like, oh, it's not in my control. Everybody in my family died young. Everybody in my family had that. You guys, that is no longer true. Yes, your genes are a blueprint, but your lifestyle and your choices are what pull the trigger on those negative genes. You can upregulate your genes. You can optimize your genes. You don't even have to do your genetics. I love the 3x4 genetic testing. That's what I use. That's what Dr. Heidi used. That's what we use in our women's programs and our women's membership, because it gives a beautiful story that's helpful and easy to follow for both clinicians and for your client. So many other genetic testing is like fun facts and a stack full of data. What do you do with it? So, but the point is you don't need to know your genes. The goal is you keep your good genes on and your bad genes off to the best of your ability through lifestyle and diet. There are some products that activate your genes to support you even more, right? That's not a talk for today. If you want more, like, what else can I add? What are you talking about, Kelly, that can upregulate my genes? I will never go a day without taking them. But what I really want to say is you have to live an active life. You have to want to live this aliveness and vibrancy and vitality. So I could do every biohack known to man. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to enjoy my life. I'm not going to buy every single gadget worth thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. I have 4 children. I have 3 dogs. I have a grateful life. I like to vacation. I'm going to spend my money and dollars and time there, right? But in the meantime, in the process, while I'm living life, I want to live this longevity life, because tomorrow, you don't know what tomorrow brings. My father-in-law is from Nigeria. And when I married my husband, we did this whole ceremony for myself and my children to bring us into their family of his tribe. He's an Igbo tribe from Nigeria. And we all got tribal names, and it was super fun. And so one of the kids' names is, you don't know tomorrow, Obioma. And I love the fact of these names that create this sense that we're alive today. We should be fulfilled and loving and energetic and vibrant. But to do so, you have to make conscious decisions on what you're putting in your mouth, what you're drinking, who you're listening to, the people that surround you. Are you have a regular routine to move your body? Not like occasionally, sometimes, like, no. For me, it's like, no, I do yoga 3 times a week. I walk every day. I lift weights 3 times a week. Now that the snow is gone, I will get back to running like today. But it's a non-negotiable, right? Your sleep protocol, my husband, my sleep protocol is pretty much non-negotiable. Those are just things to create a longevity life. I don't want you to wake up tomorrow like, oh my gosh, I feel not like myself. Oh gosh, I'm a little uncertain. Oh gosh, I'm not doing well in my health. What's amiss? We need to listen to those whispers that the body is telling us, and definitely don't wait till it's too late. But in the meantime, protect those whispers. Protect yourself. Protect your cells. It's the cells at that level of communication. When people are talking about functional medicine, getting to root cause, we need every cell to be communicating, to be optimized, to be healthy, to be well. To get well, fix the cell. To get well, fix the cell. So you need to know that. So today's an important day for me because it reminds me that some people I love in my life aren't here anymore. And probably some people in your life aren't here anymore. But you're the one here that can make this active decision of, I want to feel better. I want to do the next right thing. If you need help doing the next right thing, there are so many resources out there online. You certainly can reach out to myself, Dr. Heidi, with our programs that we can support and help you in an easy way, because we want our programs to be for everyone, to be affordable for everyone, to have access to information on natural medicine and functional wellness. That can be you, but you need to take the action. I can't make you take the action. I can't do it for you. And sometimes it takes, like Mel Robbins says, like the let them theory, right? They have to be ready. You can show them the way, you can model, you can be the light, but the person has to be ready. So my question to you, I'm going to leave you with today is, are you ready? Are you ready to make today the first day for the rest of your life, this longevity life, or the first day of the end of your life? Because you just don't care. And that's it. So I love you. I know that each and every one of you guys have everything inside of you to heal, to repair, to be fully you. So make today the first day of your longevity life to be living in full aliveness today. I will see each and every one of you guys next week. And if you want more information about how to access our programs, dropped the word restore, okay? Restore. And if you're just like, what was that product, that longevity product that can optimize my genes? Send the word info to me and we'll have a bigger conversation and I'll hook you up. Deal? All right. Until next week, enjoy, be well, love yourself, and make the decision today.